What it is, folks, your homeboy Fur back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. I got my brother Tim G. Jacob right here with me. Tell you what the business is, dog.
Rubs hand like Birdman.
That boy always rubbing them hands at me.
Yeah, man. Rubs hands like Birdman. Everything good though, man. We just glad to be back. Do another one. Me and the family. We in transition mode right now
Right.
and stuff. So that's why I got the baseball cards behind me. I ain't got my CDs behind me
You
because
not ready to transport them CDs
we
over
get
there.
them CDs. They transition, and
Right.
unbeknownst to me, because she packing everything up right now. She packing the world up. So
You better check that. Some one of them classics might be gone.
it could be. Could be. I hate to have to ask about my Hall of Notes.
See there.
Where my Hall of Notes at, woman?
Well, America got to tell you, this here is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. You see the statement that I'm making right now. You understand? Of course, your opinion matters.
Yeah.
Just not to me, goddammit.
Yeah.
All right. And I mean that motherfucking shit. All right. Because I have become abreast to some of that fuck shit you motherfuckers been talking about. You feel me? But your opinion matters.
Everybody got something to say.
Just not to me. All right, but we're gonna grade Stephen A's comments on Nick Saban, T. Folks were waiting on it. I was seeing folks on my timeline. They're waiting to see what Nick Saban, what Stephen A was gonna say about Nick Saban. America, if you don't know what the hell we're talking about, maybe you've been under a rock. We know that Nick Saban went for Jimbo Fisher in Texas A&M. He went for Coach Prime, Deion Sanders in Jackson State University, and basically accused them of buying players. Okay. Many people have reacted to this. Y'all heard our reaction. We appreciate y'all real ones that fucked with that reaction. Yeah. But Stephen A. Smith is the face of sports media. He is. He's the face of ESPN. They have him on there from the AM deep down off into the PM.
From the morning to the night.
They giving him $10 million a year. All right. So he is undoubtedly the face of sports media. And as I said previously, I think maybe when I was talking about his Grambling comments, pointed out that, hey, the face of sports media is a black man who's an HBCU graduate.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So with all that being said, I think a lot of folks were anticipating to see what is he gonna say about his boy Nick Saban, who he down with him, as Stephen A. said, he's been there making speeches, stuff like that.
He screams Roll Tide on the show.
He does.
Well, I mean, that's Bama's his squad. He gonna ride with Bama.
Okay.
Roll Tide.
I know Shannon Shaw rolled with him. But folks, but Prime, he says Prime is his boy too. So a lot of folks, and like I said, he graduated from an HBCU.
Yeah.
So it's like folks were really waiting to see what he was gonna say. And the gist of what he said, America, was that it's deeper than what Nick Saban really said. He says really NIL. He was like, really, Nick Saban was trying to really call out NIL, that he was wrong for mentioning Jimbo Fisher's name. He's wrong for mentioning Coach Prime. But at the end of the day, he was calling out NIL, and what NIL has become, in his words, and I think he was quoting someone else, a coach maybe that he spoke to, extortion. Okay. So after hearing Stephen A's opinion on the matter, got with my brother and say, hey, man, what kind of grade we want to give to one Stephen A. Smith, the face of sports media, when it comes to his comments on Nick Saban. T, what you got?
Back in the day when I was a youngster and we used to get progress reports, sometimes all you got was a satisfactory or unsatisfactory. You used to get the S or the U.
I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that.
Stephen A gets a U. He gets a U for
Why
this.
that boy got that pen? Do you have a pen in your hand?
No, I don't have a pen. I don't have
Okay.
a pen. I got a cable in my hand.
Okay.
I needed something to
Okay.
point with and really make my point come across the screen right now. But
Okay.
Stephen A gets a U. Those comments were so unsatisfactory to me because it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I get getting deep into it and wanting to look deep into that. Like, he was trying to like overshadow what Marcus Spears said. And Marcus Spears is talking from a man that has been in the room with two other guys and knows the third. Played for two and knows the third guy. And it's like he tried to go above what Marcus Spears was discussing. Marcus was just like, basically, I will flat out tell Saban that he wrong for these comments. In a nutshell, like it was so out of bounds, it was so out of left field, whatever. And then here we go, Stephen A going delving in deep. I know the guy is very intelligent, he's very smart, he's very well spoken, and he can sometimes go above your head sometimes with things, but I just don't think it's necessary.
Right.
Either you didn't like the comments or you did. And I personally think he didn't like what Saban said, but he tried to drive it home to where it was like, okay, but he's saying to me, Nick's comments were out of bounds for calling out Jimbo, calling out Prime. And maybe maybe he's saying that to still have access to Prime. Mm-hmm. But he turns around and he goes, but Nick's trying to save college football. He's trying to protect what is college football, the very fabric of what college football is. And I'm thinking to myself, college football is a business. What you talking about? That's what it is. It's a business. It's a game where now kids can get paid for who they have been trying to get paid for all their lives, themselves. That's where we at now. And it's like Stephen A. trying to he's trying to keep the access as well as saying that this was wrong. It's okay for him to say, well, Nick was wrong. Nick don't care. But he still wants to go make them speeches at Alabama when he can make them speeches and have the access and all this type of stuff. And to me, I was just like, you ain't really say nothing that moved the needle for me, Stephen A. This is typical Stephen A. to me. You just going to dive in deep. Say it's NIL, say you're trying to protect the fabric of the college game and extortion and all this stuff. And when he went to extortion, I'm sitting there going, but ain't y'all been extorting these kids for like decades and decades? Like, you've been robbing these kids. You've been extorting them for their talents for years.
Yeah.
For years. Like, what we talking about? And so I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to it on the way here. It's my first time hearing the comments, and I'm like, what is this man talking about? Like, you literally are sitting here, you saying you won't, you saying, because he says it a lot of times with athletes, with pro athletes, which today college football players are pro athletes, in my opinion, but that's another story. Mm-hmm. And you saying, well, I'm all about people getting their money. But then at the same time, you trying to protect the fabric of college football. You can't protect it. It's a new day and age. It's new business. This is the way things go. And Nick Saban made poor comments and is now caught in a situation where the people around him at the University of Alabama who represent the university and are supposed to be and are the ones that are supposed to be kind of pushing things along in terms of the football program, they got caught with their pants down, and Texas A&M and all of their people got it together and used NIL for what it's worth, and manufactured a number one recruiting class. That's what they did. Nick, you got beat twice. That's the point of it. So I gave his comments a U. Unsatisfactory. I'm going old school. First grade progress reports type stuff. I'm going old school.
I remember those.
I'm going old school. You like that. I mean, I can't even. I would disrespect the high school grade, the grading scale right now. I just want to give him a U. Like, it's just terrible to me that he would say that, because I'm like, stop trying to protect being cozy and having the access to these people. Now he will probably come on here and tell me, well, I don't have to have the access. I am Stephen A. and I am this and I am that.
Yes, he would.
And I'm sitting here going, and I should care why, because at the end of the day, you know what you need? You need these high profile guys. You need these high profile accesses to people. Yeah, people want to hear what you got to say, but me and you, we have not necessarily just always tuned in to him. And I think there's many more of us in America that don't. So you're going to have to give me something else, Stephen A. Maybe try being like really real with the people. Maybe like come down to the South and eat a turkey neck or something. Be really real. Like do something different. Eat a pig foot or something. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, this boy's so crazy. All right, well, look. I gave that man a flat out F.
You better than me.
F. And this is why.
I didn't want to even give him that.
This is why. Because, and this was my problem with Coach Prime, and motherfuckers feel some type of way. I don't give a damn about that. If you're going to be one way with a certain group of people, keep that same energy for the other group of people. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I bumped Coach Prime up to the C because, again, I stated Coach Prime is a Christian man, and really what he's supposed to do is turn the other cheek. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, okay, cool. Even though I wanted him to be petty Prime like he was with Coach Maynard.
Mm-hmm.
All his professionalism and all that shit went out the door when it was with Coach Maynard, because it was not professional to leave no damn pink scooter at the 50-yard line. Now, I loved it. It was some good old swag trolling to me. I loved it. Because Coach Maynard shouldn't have said the shit he said. That man was fighting for his damn life. And I'm sure in the coaching circles, they probably knew how bad it was for Coach Prime. You would think at least that they would in the coaching circles.
Yeah.
And he say that stuff to Coach Prime. So you got that ass whooped, and he left that scooter there, and Coach Prime was petty. I ain't had no problem with that. But then when Nick Saban come for you, it's time to be professional. I don't like this shit. And that's the same thing with Stephen A. Stephen A. motherfucking ass, we watched him many a day. Because I have to at least stay aware what the motherfucker talking about. Okay? I have to stay aware. He's the face of sports media.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I click on a video and it's about Kyrie Irving, Stephen A. going off.
Ian.
Ian. If it's about Ben Simmons, he going off.
Ian.
Like if it's a black dude who ain't doing something that Stephen A. feel like they ought to be doing, he lighting into him. And then he'll look in the camera and tell these black dudes, like he told KD and Brun on the board, you don't want to make an enemy of me. You don't want to make an enemy.
You don't want me back out on the road.
You don't want me. So when it's us, you going at us. But then one of these dudes, Nick Saban, then came at a dude who you consider a friend in Deion Sanders, basically accusing this man of not being able to do it, whatever the right way is. Whatever the right way.
Ain't no right way.
I know. Because I keep saying, if the boy get a man $1 million, but hey, if the man say he ain't do that, he coming for your boy, and he coming for HBCUs, and you a graduate of that.
Yep.
So this man basically acting like where you graduated from can't get the caliber of boy that he gets, even though the boy's a black boy who idolizes Deion Sanders.
Yep.
Nick Saban still in his mind thinking, no, they can't get him without that.
Yep.
And you give me that response?
Yep.
Oh, it's deeper than that. When he said that, I got ready. I said, he finna do it. I thought Stephen A. was finna say talk about it's about race and a black man in America
Boy,
and
you gave him a
HBCU.
lot of rope because
I did think I thought he was finna light him up.
When he said it was getting deeper than that, I said, here you go. He finna say something that's gonna be
I
like,
can't care.
I'm over their head with it.
I can't
This
care.
I dove in deeper to this. I read in between the lines.
I'm
and I
gonna
was
be
like,
that's naivete on my part. I'll chop that up. That was naivete on my part.
Here you go.
I thought he was finna light him up, T.
And you know the thing that kills me, I'm gonna say this in the midst of what we talking about, because I just want to say it. That's the reason why I think he ran Max off the show. Because Max,
hold on. Yeah, speak on that.
Because Max intelligence, even though sometimes Max can be a little bit confusing with he can be confusing sometimes.
I know where you're going.
But Max's level of thinking is just as broad, just as he looks past what is on the surface. He goes in deeper, and he could not stand to hear what Max's depth or breadth of what he has. He goes in deep, and he thinks way differently than what your average guy sitting across from you really thinks. So when Max gets to them points where he starts bringing out something other than what I think Stephen A wants to hear, I don't think he likes it. And I think that's one of the driving reasons why Max left the show. I think Stephen A had Max removed from the show. Just gonna say it like it is. Mm-hmm. And I think he's great with Jay Will and Keyshawn. I think he's great with him. I think Max can eat anywhere because Max just has a really great voice. You want to hear Max. Like, I like listening to Max because Max has got a great voice for TV and radio. And then I've heard him from the boxing days and stuff. He's just legendary to me. But I think a lot of it is just the fact that Max's level of thinking can sometimes supersede what Stephen A is talking about. And I think Stephen A just truly wants to be the one voice in the room that is the smartest voice in the room, no matter what. Like, it don't, like, when he's talking to KP and that's why I think a lot of times when you see him and Jay Will going at it, Jay Will is a thinking man too. Like, he's a very smart guy. So when Jay Will goes back at him, I don't think Stephen A truly cares for that. But he has to make it entertaining because, again, he's in the TV business. He's trying to entertain. He's trying to keep these bags up. But that's my little aside from all of this. But again, go ahead.
To piggyback off what you're saying. In these kind of moments, Max would have went harder than he did.
Oh, definitely.
Or I go to another channel like Nick Wright. These white guys, JJ Redick.
Yeah.
When JJ Redick had to read Mad Dog on there, the Russo who was talking that shit about Draymond Green, what JJ Redick said should have been coming out of the black man's mouth. Like, that's what shocked social media. They were like,
yeah,
the white boy from Duke, he know it. He get it. The white boy from Duke get it. But you got a black man from Winston-Salem State sitting right there.
Yeah.
He supposed to been the one that went viral for reading Mad Dog.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a Mad Dog had said that shit in front of me. JJ, I got this. Don't worry about it. I got this. But see, that's what I'm saying. And Max used to do that.
Yeah.
When T.O. came on the show, and said, man, Max acting blacker than you or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
And Stephen A got fire hot.
He got mad. He got
fire hot.
I think I remember that.
But I know what T.O. was getting at. T.O. getting at, damn, bro. He's saying the shit you supposed to be saying.
Yep.
As a brother in the face of this shit. And look, I'm not saying he has to take up for all black people when black people fuck up. I'm not saying that at all. When we wrong, we wrong. Yeah. But it's the same problem I had with Bill Cosby even before his case started. Before he caught the case, I was through with Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby, before that, was going on these rants about the shit we were doing wrong. Which true. A lot of us fucking up. A lot of fathers not doing what the fuck they supposed to do. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of shit fucked up in our communities, and we gotta get past those things. We talked about that. Okay, I talk about all that kind of shit on my other videos. But I wasn't hearing him going with the same vigor to white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, motherfucker might not like what I say, but I'm gonna read us when we wrong. I'm gonna read these white racists when they wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something I liked about Malcolm X. Malcolm X, yeah, he going off about what white folk were doing. He also going off on my motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And it's like Stephen A. just gonna go off on us.
Yep.
You don't want to come to work. You don't want to come to work. Okay, okay, you're right. Get on them.
Yep.
You know, I hate the load management. I hate it. It's the thing I hate. That's why I'm loving the NBA playoffs. I know if them motherfuckers ain't out there, it's something real. It's a reason why them boys ain't playing.
Yeah.
So read them. But don't let Nick Saban make it.
You ain't supposed to make it, man.
When there was some bullshit. Because at the end of the day, Nick Saban been buying players too.
Yes, sir, yeah.
And if I know it, I know the face of sports media know it. If Jay Billis knows it, if Jay Williams knows it, if all these folks who have said publicly knows that college players been getting paid knows it, our Howard Cosell, the new Chris Berman, who is Stephen A. Smith, that's where he is now.
Yeah.
Like he's in those guys' spot. So he know damn well Saban was being a hypocrite, and you let him make it with his hypocrisy and acted like he was just trying to be Superman for college football.
Yep.
And that's fucked up.
Yep.
Because he had a lot of black folks that went to HBCUs waiting for him to come through.
Yeah.
Just come through.
Yeah, but see, that's where you going wrong, because you can't expect a guy like him to come through when he ain't been coming through in all these years. Because to me, it would seem like he's just riding the wave because Prime's sitting in the seat right now.
He did the Grambling. He came on about Grambling.
But now, I mean,
and
how long?
I asked the people how they felt about that. Like
But how long had we waited?
Okay,
because we have been waiting a while.
That story had been out
to get in front.
He has taken First Take to HBCUs before. You know what I'm talking about? I think he goes and speaks there as well. I'm sure he probably gives financially there.
Well, you come to Jackson State. Do you want to get down to it? Stephen A. come to Jackson State. Come on, Jackson State.
I mean, but that's the hot thing to do right now is to come to Jackson State.
But I'm just saying he ain't came.
He ain't
came.
He'll probably come. But with those, but if you come, somebody need to ask why you ain't read Saban for that shit.
Exactly.
Because there's too many Bama fans. Because I know them Bama fans didn't like the shit we said last week. I know them Bama fans wouldn't like him saying that shit on Disney Network, and I know his bosses that he always talking about wouldn't like him upsetting them Bama fans. Well, but I'm gonna tell you right here, IGM Tank, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Ply said it best. You mad? That's what Ply said.
They mad, goddamn it.
So it'd be all right. I mean, the whole thing is for me. And again, all I'm saying is this. It's time now. It's time now to where people realize who ain't and who is. And Stephen A. just one of them guys that just ain't, in my opinion. I don't think he just one of them people that's just gonna totally 100% burn the house down and be on some other. He just ain't gonna do it. And he sat here and he literally backed up Nick on this whole ordeal when really and truly he needed to really just be strong and stern at his point, which was basically kind of like what Marcus Spears said. And I believe Marcus Spears. I think Marcus Spears don't mind telling Nick Saban that. I think he will. I think he'll tell him that. Now, it may not be as forceful as he kind of made it sound when he was on the phone, and he may. I don't know. But I do personally think Marcus Spears is one of them guys is like, Nick I did what I had to do for Nick, And I don't owe Nick nothing, and Nick don't owe me nothing. But if Nick ever called my phone, if I ever talk to him, we get on this subject, I'll tell him. I think he would. I personally think he would.
Yeah.
But because he don't need that access to Nick like that, like Stephen A. do. Stephen A. let you know up front all the stuff he did where he went to talking to these different places, and like he put a lot of stuff in front, like, you know, I've been here, I've been there. Yeah. He's like, I've been here, I talked to him twice, you know what I'm talking about, and been in sitting in the office and this, you know, just I'm like, you know, who cares? Who cares? Yeah. So again, you don't need the access, and you can just burn the house down, and you all can still chop it up. That to me is more important. Like Jimbo is one of the people that just can burn the house down because he don't really care for Saban. Obviously, it's well known now. It's there.
And but that's what I'm saying though. Folk acting like, well, these guys being professional. Jimbo Fisher is a head football coach. Jimbo Fisher probably making what, $10 million a year? What, $100 million?
Yeah, he 100 mil.
Not 100 million per year, but I'm talking about the total.
Total, yeah, it's $100 million contract if I remember.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So what we talking about? Got to be professional.
Yeah, he
come on, man. But what I see again, like I said, is that Jackie Robinson, Barack Obama shit. Where the black man feel like we got to tone our shit down to keep shit corporate, keep shit going. And this white dude feeling free. I ain't got to do that, and I'm still gonna have the donors and have everybody else come through that bitch because I ain't got to do that shit. And y'all know it be that way.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, one of many, that we still not equal until we have the right to express ourselves freely and not get a different kind of blowback.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get blowback when you're public space and you do things.
Yeah.
But if Trump is able to call his opponents out their name, literally make up a nickname for every one of his opponents.
Yeah.
And folks still think he's a God-fearing man. I'm voting for him because of that. But you have a man like President Obama won't even respond directly to folks calling him a lie, but you think he the Antichrist. Something's wrong with that.
Right.
Something is wrong with that.
There's something wrong with that.
And I hate that so many of us feel like we got to tone down, because what you see is you can tone down and these motherfuckers gonna feel the same way about you no matter what.
Yeah.
They killed Fred Hampton, and when he was saying he would shoot these motherfuckers if they fuck with the people, they shot him same way they shot Dr. King, who said he was praying for his enemies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, be yourself with everybody equally.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com, and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.